Hey everybody, John Schumacher here with New Wave Healthcare. And it's my pleasure to have the opportunity today to share with you all how I conduct and manage my guests during a live Google Hangout interview. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to give you some tips that I use to manage the whole process and show you how I set it up. So usually what I do, I've made a document here, and what it is, it's an instructional document that I give to all of my guests before they come on my show, at least a few days ahead of time. And what it is instructions of how to join the Hangout. Some people are familiar, some aren't. On here, I'll tell them where I get which email address my link will come from. And I tell them that I usually send the link to join me in my Hangout at least 15 minutes prior to the scheduled interview. So I mentioned that in there. And then a couple of tips down here that are really important, guys, and I'm going to go over those before I start my Hangout and show you how to set that up, is to have your guests and yourself be hardwired. Right here, you can see I put that in my instructions to them. Hardwiring basically just means that you have your computer connected directly to your router or to your wall so that you get the most connectivity and the most concentrated bandwidth, I guess you'd call it, for your interview. It makes a huge difference. I've done a couple interviews where I wasn't hardwired and some that I was, and the video quality of the recording is hugely improved when you're hardwired. So if you're going to be doing interviews on a Google Hangout on air, have yourself, and if possible, doesn't always happen, have your guest hardwired as well. Also, right here, use a headset. If you want to improve the audio quality of your Hangout on air, use headsets, you and your guest. You can use iPhone earbuds or any kind of gaming headset, some kind of audio headset. Just makes it so much better. Oftentimes, when you don't have a headset, you will get kickback, a lot of kickback and echoing that goes on there. So have a headset and be hardwired are two crucial pieces to having it just sound better and look better. So what I do is I send that off and then skip forward. So we're on the day of the interview now. And what I usually do 30 minutes prior, I have my lighting set up. So I have a 3-piece lighting set. I'll have one light on each side of me at 45-degree angles pointing straight at me. So that, because lighting is important too if you're going to be live in front of a camera. So just a little tip there. Get some kind of cheap lighting set. They're very inexpensive, but they're very helpful. So here we are. So let's say right now my show is at 4 p.m. Pacific. I have a live show at that time. What I do is, let's say it's 3:30. I'll come in here, and what I've actually done is saved what I call easy links to my Hangout on airs. So if you go to hangouts.google.com/on-air, you can actually get this link right here will actually take you directly to setting up your Hangout. It's the easiest way to do it. So just have a Word document or something there where you can highlight it and copy and paste. And you can either click on this and the browser will open directly, or you can just do what I do, copy, and then come over to Chrome. I would highly recommend using Chrome for the Hangouts. And then paste it in there, and literally you just hit start, and it will open up to your Hangout on air, or your Hangout, depending on what you're doing. So here we are at the setup. I got my camera and everything ready here. And naming the Hangout, you can do a lot of different things. You can change this. You can put like John Schumacher interviews so-and-so, or your name interviews so-and-so. Or you can put strategic keywords like the topic you're talking about. So if you're talking about Facebook marketing, you could say, Facebook marketing strategies for, increasing traffic to your blog. And, you can put that in there too, because some random people do stumble across these. I'm not going to put anything in there for right now. So you just put your name in and you hit start Hangout on air. You don't invite anybody. And here we are in our Hangout. So, you don't invite anybody to start with. I'll show you how to send the link in a minute. But so we're in the Hangout. The first thing I do is come up to here, this little spoke guy, the little guy up here, and check to make sure that my audio and my visuals are all set. Sometimes they get thrown off a little bit. You go in to look at them and they're not in the correct order, or they change. Google Hangouts still have a little bit of funniness to them. So I want to make sure that my camera, my microphone, and my speakers all sound good, and I usually do a quick sound test to make sure it works, and hit save. And then what I do is I come over to my Hangout toolbox, and that opens up, and this is where we want to look at our lower third. We want to get our lower third set up. So if you go over to the little circle guy right here on the far left and click on that, you'll see an option for a lower third. And a lower third is just basically like you see on television, the reporter with their name underneath and their credentials or whatever. In this case, it would be our name and our website and all those kind of things, or our Twitter. You know, a lot of people are using Twitter on their Hangout toolbox underlays now. So you can either put your name in right here and your like website or your Twitter and the tagline here, and then this will actually create a generic lower third for you, and that's fine. You know, I'll often walk my guests through that and have them do it. And you can see down here I have a few saved templates that I have. So here's mine, you know, my little template that I use during my show. And what you want if you're going to make a custom graphic is, let me see, I got the credentials here written down, or the dimensions rather. You want a 640 by 360 transparent PNG file. You can have a graphics designer make you one for $50, $70 somewhere in there. And it looks great. It adds a little professionalism to the show and everything like that, or to your visuals. So that's pretty neat there. All right, and then so once I have that all set up, I have my audio set up, and everything looks good. I've checked it. At that point, you're ready to invite your guests. So let's say it's 15 minutes till the interview. And this is the link up here that you want to share with your guests. So you want to copy that. And then what I do, the best way to share it, and this is, you can email it to people, but the best way, and I'm just going to go over here to Facebook, is to instant message, or excuse me, private message that to people. So I usually will friend my people on, all of my guests on Facebook. Most people are on Facebook now. And what you do, the best way to send it, and what I usually tell people is, I'm going to Facebook this to you. I'm going to private message Facebook this to you about 15, 20 minutes prior to our talk. So I literally just find them, go into the private message, and then literally just paste the Hangout into their private message in Facebook. That's the easiest way to do it if they're at all on Facebook. If they're not, you can send it on email, but that is the easiest way. You can interact easily on Facebook quickly, but they can literally just come onto this link and click on it, and then boom, they're going to be right here in the Hangout with you. So at that point, usually we're 15 minutes prior to the Hangout, I will walk them through how to do their lower third. So I'll walk them through, if they don't know how to do that over here, and get them set up and talk them through kind of what we're going to do. And then we're ready to go at that point. Check their audio, make sure their audio isn't, you're not hearing any echoes or anything like that. And then literally all you're doing at that point is you hit start broadcast, and you're going to go live with them, and you start the interview. And you finish the interview up, and on the other end, after you hit in broadcast, you'll have a little bit of time with them after to talk about it. As soon as the Hangout's over, the live Hangout, you don't get cut off from your guests. You can talk to them, talk to them about how it went, et cetera, et cetera. So I hope that made sense. I hope that was helpful. I just wanted to throw this out there and give you guys a few extra tips on how I conduct these Hangouts. I'm going to come out with another video here in a few moments. I'm going to record another one on how to actually embed these videos, like this live stream, on a WordPress site, and that'll be the next video. So I'll see you then. Have a great day.